Hey guys, what's going on? This is Ken and welcome to the daily vlog. Today we're going to be talking all about the Rode Wireless Go 2 microphones. It's been a couple days. I think I've proven to myself that I can create a daily vlog, and after 14 pretty consecutive days of making daily vlogs, I came to the realization that while making a daily vlog is really cool, not having any content to share and just putting out a video for the sake of putting out a video, it's kind of boring. So I want to be able to attract subscribers and actually provide some kind of content for you guys that you'd like. And so what I have found is a lot of the tutorial stuff that involves the Adobe products seem to be my most watched videos. And also a video where I do some of my different reviews on different products seem to have a high watch rate. All the other videos that I make that are just me sitting here talking and going on about nothing don't get a whole lot of views. So I thought I would take a little bit of a break, give myself a few days to kind of recharge and think about stuff that I want to talk about, and then also do more informative kind of videos. Now, I love running every day, and I guess I could do a running video every day, but I feel like that would get boring after a while, and I feel like those aren't the videos that really do well on my channel anyway. I love running, and I love tech, and I love using a lot of the Adobe products, so I think I'm going to focus more on producing videos around videography and some of the Adobe products that I use every day, and then also a lot of the tech gear that I use, because I feel like that's what's going on and that's what people want to know about. So the reason why I want to talk about the Rode Wireless Go 2 microphones is that when you buy these, you will notice that there is no instruction manual inside the box. Now what you do get is the Rode Wireless Go 2 receiver and two little transmitters. I have one right here. If I could just get the camera to look at it, would you just look at it? Now I'm wearing one of them right now, and I have the extra one right here. One of the nice things about these little clips is that it has a little rubber backing on the back side of the transmitter, and the grip has a little bit of a claw action, so that grips on really well to clothing. And you'll notice that I put the little windscreens on both. Now, because I'm indoor, I don't need the little windscreens, but because I use these a lot and I'm gonna have them in and out of the packaging, I don't wanna lose the windscreens, so I just leave them attached. I figured it really can't hurt. The little carry pouch that comes with the microphones is Velcro, and it holds the receiver and two transmitters, as well as the 3 USB-C cables that they also put inside of the packaging. Now, most of the computers that I have, my MacBook Pro and my Surface, they don't have USB ports on them, let alone 3. So this is a little cumbersome, but it does allow you to plug in each one of the devices and charge them individually without having to sacrifice not having enough cables, I suppose. So the wireless receiver has a 3.5 millimeter analog output, a USB-C, which is iOS compatible digital audio output, a Series 5 2.4 gigahertz digital transmission, and up to 7-hour battery life. Since I've had these devices, I've charged them 2 times, and I feel like I've gotten pretty close to that 7-hour battery life mark on every device. More especially the ones that I don't really use 2 receivers all the time. So my one receiver has an amazing battery life because I've only used it a handful of times. I've only charged it like once. Now, as I mentioned, one thing that is not included in the box is the directions. So I thought what I would do is just kind of break down how the receiver and the transmitters work, and then explain each of them in a little bit more detail and get you in on a little bit closer look of the device so that you can be able to see what I'm talking about. And then if you so choose to purchase these, you'll at least know how to use them properly, or at least how to use them. I don't really claim to be an expert, so I don't even know if I'm using these properly or not. Anyway, let's jump into that. So when it comes to the Rode wireless receiver, the power button is on the top with the little signature O that they have. Then you'll notice there are 2 buttons on the bottom. This is your 1 and 2 link, and this is the decibel meter. And then when you press these in different combinations, it unlocks different functions. A USB-C on the side, as well as your 3.5 millimeter out. For my setup, I use the 3.5 millimeter out on the receiver to my camera. So the very basic is you power on the device by pushing the top and holding for 1, 2, 3. It's pretty satisfying. With the transmitters, you have the power button on the bottom, USB-C on the side, and then on the top, you have a microphone input, and then the built-in microphone, and then you have your link connection and your power indicator light, and then the little guy here, the windscreen has 2 little dots on either side, and what you do is you line it up with the 2 dots on top, and so that just goes on and twists. So now that that's on, to turn on our transmitter, we push and hold the button 1, 2, 3, and you can see the power light lights up, and then the link light shows up, and then you can see we have microphone 1 connected. The whole setup has a lot of really great features, and because there are 2 of them, you can either record on a single track with both microphones merged together on your right and left audio, or what you can do is press both the 2 bottom buttons on the receiver, and what that will do is that will either combine the audio tracks or it will separate the audio tracks, allowing you to go back into your editing software and you can actually turn off one of the microphones and you can kind of play with the audio levels. So it's nice to be able to go through, have both people mic'd on separate channels. That way if somebody says something or screws up, you don't have to worry about compromising both tracks. So it's a nice feature to be able to separate the 2 audio. The other thing is the transmitters have a record function. Now this you have to access by plugging your transmitter into your computer via the USB-C cable, and downloading the Rode Central software. In the software, you'll be able to set up some of the parameters for these transmitters. So you can go in and you can set it to record mode, and then there's 2 different settings of recording audio. There's broadcast quality, and I think there's like a standard quality. One of them has a significantly less recording time than the other. Obviously, the higher quality audio that you want to save onto the device, the more space it's going to take, so the less available time you'll be able to record. But I believe it can hold up to 7 hours of standard recording on here. And the awesome thing about that is if your transmitter and your receiver somehow become disconnected during the recording, the audio is not lost. This is also a lifesaver for when you do a video and you forget to plug the receiver into your camera. It's all recorded on the device, and you can export this out as a WAV file or MP3 and bring that into the video and merge them again, and you're saved. It saved my butt at least twice so far, so that's a really great feature to have on these. The other thing that you can do with the receiver is you can actually manually mute different transmitters. So you can actually go in here and select 1 or 2, and then once that receiver is highlighted, you can hit the mute button here, and it will mute that transmitter. The other thing that you can do is adjust the power settings. You can put this in a power saving mode so that when the receiver is just kind of idle, it'll dim the LCD display, and then obviously if you start hitting buttons again, it'll light back up. Now, if you royally screw up these microphones, all is not lost. Rode actually has the instructions on their website for you to be able to go in and download and to be able to go through and troubleshoot anything that you may have screwed it up like I did. It just makes me wonder why they don't include the instructions in the packaging. It seems kind of weird, but anyway, to each their own. It's just a really great device. I can't recommend these Rode wireless microphones enough if you're serious about capturing really good audio. I love all the Rode products. I actually have the micro shotgun mic right now that's connected to my camera. I feel like that does a great job for this kind of a thing, but the wireless are definitely the way to go. Anyway, thanks for joining me, guys, and I will see you on the next one.